Welcome to your favorite Mortgage Guy podcast, the show that brings you timely insights, essential tips, and everything you need to know about mortgages. It's time to get informed, get inspired, and get moving with your host, Steve Rockefeller. Because here, your favorite mortgage guy has your back.
Hey guys, it's your favorite mortgage guy, Steve Rockefeller, here with CMG Home Loans and another edition of your favorite mortgage guy podcast. You know, I've got Holly Cross with CMG Home Loans with me, and you want to know something? This is episode 2. We're going to demystify home ownership. We're going to give you some hacks, but listen, we're going to jump right into it with the one thing that people are worried about, and that is, what if I have the crappiest credit on the planet? Holly, does that stop me from buying a house?
No, it does not.
So when people come in, first of all, the first thing they do is they go, but my Credit Karma says I'm at a 920 credit score, or my bank statement says I'm at an 860, or whatever says I'm this. Are we going to use that credit score?
No, that is not the credit score that we go by.
Okay. Having said that, let's dive right into, now I got a credit score that's like a 490, a 504. What steps do I have to do, or what steps can you help the clients do to get them ready for home ownership? Because guys, at the end of the day, typical minimum credit score is 620. We can work with you if it's a little bit less, but you got to put in the work too. I mean, we can't do it for you. You have to put in the work. So having said that, what should they do?
That's a great, it all depends, Steve, on what is showing on your credit. And I think that's where, we take a look. Sometimes it's very simple, easy things like paying down some revolving debt or getting removed as an authorized user on a card. So I think, there's easy ways and there's easy fixes, which you and I can very easily guide a client through. But I think if it's beyond that and it's a lot of derogatory items, especially if that's all you have on there, then we may need to take it a step further and refer a client out to credit repair. But I think it's always doable, and it shouldn't scare you out of even starting the process with a loan officer.
Credit repair. I get the same emails that everybody does about, because we get the spam emails. Mm-hmm. Is credit repair free?
No. And it's, usually if your credit score is in the high 4s or low 5s, it took a while to get there. So it is going to take a little bit of time and some hard work to repair it. So I think if you're serious about that, you're willing to spend a little money and put in the hard work.
Invest,
yes.
So guys, did you hear what she just said? She was very nice and said, it took a little while to get there to get your 400 credit score. No, I'm going to hit you with, you didn't pay your bills. It's just that simple. You didn't pay your bills. That's why you got a friggin' 400 credit score. So here's what I'm going to say. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's okay. We'll be nice, okay? Maybe you weren't making enough money and you were trying to make ends meet. Maybe you had a circumstance, a death, an illness, a divorce, or something happened. That's acceptable. But if you just decided that you want to keep up with the Joneses and not pay your bills and go buy the latest model car and go have all this credit and just ignore the mail and the emails and the phone calls that come in, that's on you. Listen, I like it because the person that cuts my hair has a sign up there and it says, honey, it's a blow dryer. It's not a magic wand. We don't have magic wands as lenders. But what I will tell you is this. If your credit is in the toilet and you want to move into the next phase of your life, honestly, we can help you.
Yeah.
But you have to invest the $500-$600 that it's going to take. And it's easy to do. And Holly, I'm going to give this live example. I literally have a closing today with this guy. Guy had some problems in his life early on. He found the right woman. She whipped him into shape. It took a couple years. He has a set of twins, and he wants to buy a house. He didn't pay anybody. And so when we pulled his credit, he had a bunch of stuff on there. Fortunately, he had a great grandfather, great as in nice, grandfather that said, you know what, I'm 85 years old. It's time for me to give back. And the grandfather called me and said, how can I help? So we got the grandfather to pay off all the bills. We had the credit rescored. Guy's closing today on his house.
Yeah.
He literally sent me a text and said, thank you.
Yeah.
And you know what? The best part about that is, listen, we all have changes in our life, right? So we do what we've got to do. Okay, let's keep up with credit.
And I do think that, just to add, Steve, I do believe that sometimes some bad financial things can happen to very good people. So I don't think that it's necessarily, we're not judging. We have a lot of grace and we're here to help.
That's right.
So I think people are sometimes self-conscious about it or don't want to face it. But part of fixing it is addressing it and looking at it.
So have you ever had somebody that called you and said, oh, I think my credit's horrible. I don't even know where to start. And then you pulled their credit and you were like, wow, there's nothing wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a bonus, right?
Right.
We don't see that all the time. But when it happens, it's under your grace. It's very graceful to have somebody like that.
Well, and I think that's another misconception is I think there's people out there that are waiting to have their credit perfect, similar to waiting for rates to come down, waiting to have their credit perfect before they buy a house. And their credit is fine, and they're missing an opportunity because they're striving for perfection with their credit.
So under the heading perfection, what is a perfect credit score? Do we even know anymore?
No, I don't think yeah. And I think it depends on your loan, what loan type you're getting. There's lots of different scenarios surrounding credit.
So you get a loan, and you get a loan, and you get a loan, and you get a loan. Is that how we do it?
No.
Okay. Okay. As long as you qualify, you get the loan. You have to have the credit score. But, one thing I want you to know from Holly and I is this. We want everybody to get a loan. Listen, at the end of the day, you can't get a home loan without our help. Now, I can't help you find a house because I'm not a licensed real estate agent. So let me ask you this. Does credit or credit scores, does that affect an interest rate?
Yes. Yes. And more so with specific loan programs.
Okay.
But yes, I would say for a conventional loan to get the ideal rate, you do need to have a higher credit score.
Perfect. All right, guys, listen, we talked about credit. We didn't mean to punch you in the face with the information, but you already know we needed to do it. You needed to hear it. So I'm your favorite mortgage guy on your favorite mortgage guy podcast, and we just debunked a lot of the credit issues. Have a great day.
Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to follow your favorite mortgage guy on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Have questions or ready to take the next step? Reach out at steve@mloans.com or call 757-301-9776. We'll catch you next time.